All right, so
Cut to
I had
commercial.
to.
Oh my gosh! Look at this thumb of a man.
Yeah.
His head is a square.
It's a rectangle.
It looks like one of those wombat poops. That's the shape
Yeah,
of
yeah.
it.
That's like if I was a 3-year-old and I was instructed to draw a frown. That is the quintessential frown.
Yeah. It's like a tater tot.
Tot
So-
bagel.
Top nickel.
If you at home are not looking at this with us, we're looking at Todd Magel of KCCI because KCCI put out this really pathetic hit piece, and yeah, I guess I'll start playing it, and we'll play our game of yell pause if you want to respond. So here's Todd Magel at KCCI. It says here he's a senior reporter. You can tell by the wrinkles.
Stacey, as you might guess, they are not happy with hearing the profane comment from their fellow council person, Indira Shoemaker. They fear it's just another example of the breakdown of civility and growing divisiveness in politics.
Okay.
I am.
So for a little bit of context, this was the same week that the scion to the Kaufman empire, Bobby Kaufman,
Yeah.
got some national attention for flipping off the people he was addressing in like the context of an impassioned speech.
Yeah.
It
he
was
did a
so
little
dumb.
badass stunt.
Yeah. And a lot of Republicans, a lot of people just thought it was stupid, and they're right. They also, were trying to say like, well, this just points to the state of our culture and how things are right now, like the lack of civility. So I really feel like KCCI and whoever else covered Indira saying a dirty word, like it's just sort of within a news cycle, you have to have one action and then like an equal opposite reaction, and they're not the same.
Both
They're
sides.
not the same.
Yeah, there's absolutely like an effort to like tie left-wing activism to like Trumpian shit. Like, oh, it's all the same shit. It's all, just like bluster
It's
or whatever.
Rude.
Mhm.
Which is, I feel like, important context for the clip they're going to play of Indira is that I was at this meeting. It was a direct response to the council meeting where they stripped her of her power, which was in direct response to them murdering people in our community by refusing to do a warming center. So she is responding by people who have been uncivil and violent against her. So it's not like this is the first shot fired. It's like this is a meeting we called in response to them taking away her power. Speaking at the city council meeting, we were like, is this pissing you off? It should. Here's what you can do about it. And then invited people to this meeting. So that's the circumstances under which she's saying this, which I think is fine to say anyway. But
Swearing is cool. Swearing is very cool. And if you're not mad about this stuff and you're not swearing, like, why not?
Yeah. Normal people swear. It's very
Well, let's hear.
Hell yeah, we do.
Dang it.
Yeah, we're all very normal on this podcast.
Well, let's hear the offending remark here. Let's hear what horrible things Indira said about her colleagues who trust her and like have to work with her every day. What did she say to offend them?
I'm looking at people who want to run for 2023. We've got the mayor's seat is going to be open.
It's no secret that members of the People's Town Hall are working to change city government by electing their own progressive supporters to the Des Moines City Council. But during the online meeting, Indira Shoemaker took it one step further by referring to her colleagues and the mayor with profanity.
We need to build a slate for this next election and get these out of here.
My initial reaction was...
So she said, if you couldn't tell from under the bleep, she said, motherfuckers. We need to get these motherfuckers out of here.
we can say it because we're brave.
Yeah, we're not going to bleep it. Mother fuckers. KCCI are cowards. They should have played this uncensored on the evening news.
Yeah.
If they really wanted it to have the impact that they desire.
At the meeting on Monday, someone said, "And you know what? You are motherfuckers," at the end of their comment.
Hell yeah.
And then Linda is on tape going, "Can we just ban speakers, Mayor?" Like, yeah, that's what she said. There's a clip of it on Twitter. She was like, "Can we just like no longer allow the public to exercise their free speech because we're offended? Like, this is the like climate you create with this bullshit."
Yeah. So KCCI interviewed 2 of the other council members about this. I mean, this is what really elevates this to like a really clumsy hit piece, is like bringing in 2 of the worst offenders and getting their side of the story. How do you feel about being called a motherfucker?
When
Go
you say
Prado.
when you
Sorry,
say
go ahead.
worst offender, you mean the ones who are fucking their mothers the most, like
Absolutely.
the
For sure.
the most motherfuckers on the motherfucking council.
Yeah. I mean, the first one who they speak to in this segment is Joe Gatto, and we all know he's Italian. And
I was gonna say, I mean, it's a little getting into a little stereotyping, but I do know that Italians are known for loving their mothers a lot. So.
Mamma mia! Oh my gosh. Yeah. I would like to point out for folks listening to the podcast that Joe Gatto is definitely, I mean, like, something that we discussed in our Toxic Feminine Mystique episode is how bad just like purely the optics of what the council is doing are. And he is being interviewed in front of a restroom, like clearly in front of a restroom. Like, this man has no...
Oh shit! I didn't even put that together.
That's profane to me. That's offensive to me.
Yeah, it's like in All in the Family when you would hear flushing toilet
flush
in the background.
Where did you pick up that little fun fact, Justin?
Yeah, so if you go to patreon.com/rockhardcaucus, you can hear Stella and I discussing a book where that is referenced.
Joe Gatto said all businesses matter the same week that they interviewed him.
Yeah, that was before this aired, right?
Yes, he's so racist. He called taco trucks unsightly transient merchants.
What?
Jesus.
God dang. All businesses matter. Like, it makes no sense. Like,
yeah.
Who is discriminating against businesses? Like,
it's because Indira said that she wants to elevate the minority-owned businesses in the community, and he leaned in the microphone and said, "Actually, all businesses matter."
Yeah, we need to be uplifting all businesses. Actually, sort of like, I mean, that is the entire purpose of local government to people like him. Is like, just uphold the business community.
To serve business interests. Yeah.
All right. Well, here he is in front of the bathroom, and we'll see how he responds to being called.
Can you add some like fart noises into it and like?
Reaction was.
Took it one step further by referring to her colleagues and the mayor with profanity.
We need to build a slate for this next election and get these out of here.
My initial reaction was disappointment.
It was just disappointing.
Councilmember Connie Bozen and Joe Gatto are not happy about the comment.
Now's not the time that we should be dividing our community. Now's the time that we should be working together. And I was really hoping when she was elected that would happen, that she would be able to sit down, have some meaningful conversations.
Her fault that they're rat fucking her. They're not mad. They're just disappointed. Like, what a paternalistic, patronizing fucking thing to say.
Well, that was the thing, right? Is that they need 2 council members to put forward a motion now, or whatever it was. So it's they need someone to,
I actually have a leaked video of Joe Gatto campaign headquarters on the night that Indira was elected, and just pretend I'm showing you a video of a baby crying over spaghetti.
For the listeners at home, the other person they interviewed is Connie Bozen, who's idea the rule changes were.
Oh, she introduced that little thing, huh?
Yep, that was all her idea, which Josh Mandelbaum said he can't in good conscience say isn't in response to Indira, which is like the most Josh Mandelbaum thing to say.
God.
Mealy mouth motherfucker.
Oh my gosh.
Well, but she just pulled it from Robert's Rules of Order, right? She's just following the biggest rule book of all by doing that. Our favorite rules.
She pulled it out of her extremely tight ass, which is about to expel a diamond for how like tight ass she is.
And not be the disruptor or use the type of profanity and things like that we've heard for the past 2 years.
I've heard these kind of words being thrown at us for which I had never heard before.
The first time poor Connie Bozen in her 60s ever heard the word motherfucker was when the People's Town Hall people showed up.
My God. You know what?
PBS.
Yeah, I kind of believe her.
Yeah, exactly. She's not ever actually talked to any of her constituents other than business interests. So.
Yeah, she's never had a genuine interaction with a person. It's always just been like over a conference table where you're not allowed to say bad words.
But I think it goes back to the bigger question of how do we bring back civility and how do we really work together?
I, Indira Shoemaker.
It's only been a few weeks since Shoemaker was sworn in as Ward 1 councilperson. At that time, she promised something different.
Oh, you were in that?
Yeah, the back of my head. Look.
Oh, that's you. Okay.
Look, there's me. See? Oh, my hair looks good.
Yeah,
good
great.
Job.
You look awesome.
One councilperson. At that time, she promised something different on the council.
My concern is very much in making sure that I am sticking to my morals and the promises that I made to the people, and in doing the right thing more than it is, being a part of the team when the team is not doing what I believe is the right thing.
She very clearly laid out what she was going to do, like from day one. She didn't like try to trick them into thinking she was their friend.
How do we oh, sorry, Evan, go ahead.
I was just going to say, instead of, like taking the criticism last year, they were like, oh, we're not going to listen to you. You guys need to run for office. And now they did. And then won. And then wasn't really ever about, civility to begin with.
Well, there's kind of like these constantly moving goalposts because they're just trying to like distract everyone. It's like, well, get involved in local politics, and then as soon as you show up to a meeting and say something that like they don't like, they'd like try to change all the rules, like keep you out, hire more cops to hang out in the room to intimidate you. And then it's like, well, why don't you run if you don't like the way we run our meetings? And then Indira wins, and it's like, oh, we got to change the rules so she can't even speak at the meetings. It's just constantly like changing the rules. They're
Yeah, a return to civility means that she is like browbeaten into accommodate, like she becomes one of them, right? And she's made it very clear she's not going to do that. A return to civility is like people not paying attention to the shitty decisions that they make. Nobody like caring or holding them accountable.
Yeah. They want their meetings to be these happy little like celebrations every week. Just like,
where they can power trip. Yeah, for sure.
They want to do their little like Black History Month proclamation. Yep. They honored Rosa Parks at the beginning of this last one.
Oh my God.
Just pat themselves on the back about all the like awesome economic development that they're enabling.
We asked Bozen and Gatto if they want an apology and if they can still work with Shoemaker.
Fuck you.
I got really thick skin. I don't need it.
Hold on, we gotta play that again because we laughed over it. All right, here's what Gatto said.
Shoemaker.
I got really thick skin.
No, you don't.
I got really thick skin. I got really thick skin.
If you have thick skin, then you ignore them when they ask you to comment on this.
Yeah.
I mean, he fucking called them and asked them to do this story.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. A thick skin like a ravioli.
Yeah, I got a thick lasagna.
All right, play the soundbite of Silvio saying that's anti-Italian discrimination.
I don't need an apology from Indira. You know, that's completely up to her.
We might not agree, but that doesn't mean that we can't work together.
And we reached out to Councilperson Shoemaker. We did not hear back today. The next Des Moines City Council meeting is coming up on Monday.
That is her greatest quality, is that she hates the media and does not engage with it. And whenever they reach out to comment, she just tells them, well, she says nothing. I love that.
She
what
knows
a fucking
which
waste of
media
time
to indulge, and that's us.
It's us.
Yeah, exactly. She knows who to trust, just like you and your families know who to trust. Sitting around the radio. Oh gosh.
So, this guy blocked me on Twitter, Todd Magel.
He blocked me too.
Yeah.
Speaking of thick skin, fucking baby.